Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
Okay, so now, Min, we are still in Unit 2, F, Reading Lost a Sea. Okay, Unit 2.8. Oh, sorry, Min. You are in Unit 2F, Reading Lost. Okay, so now we're going to focus now reading. So in this one, you can see this mean in the reading. Take a look. Look at the photos. What do you think the text is about? Choose from the headlines A, B, and C. What do you think? What do you think is the topic or the focus in this reading? It is tourist fishing trip, how to predict the sea creatures, or fish rescuers, sailors. What do you think?
I.
Okay, it could be letter A, teacher Ann. Tourist fishing trip disasters. Okay, so probably this is the correct answer, but let us see here. So we have here different vocabulary words. Okay, we have
Stunning.
stunning. Okay,
Tragic.
tragic, the tragic event, the tragic. Okay, they're actually adjectives. Stunning, it means beautiful. Okay, it's impressive. Tragic, it's like tragic accident. Okay, so awful. Okay, so
Awful.
okay, next, astonishing,
Astonishing.
and then astonishing, and then the captain,
Captain.
and then appear.
Survive.
This is survive, appear, and
Rescue.
rescue, and of course
Life jacket.
Okay, so again we have here 4 adjectives. Okay, we have stunning, tragic, awful, astonishing, captain, appear. Though this word appear, survive, and rescue, so they are all verbs. So we are talking here about fishing. We're gonna talk here mostly, as you can see, they're talking about fishing mean. Next, rescue, and the last one we have life jacket. So mostly, if you will check on the words. Okay, these words, okay, mostly can be found in the okay. It can be found in the okay, in the story about fish and about the life in the sea. Okay, the jacket, survive, appear, captain, like that. Okay, next one we have here, extremely attractive or impressive. So when you say, okay, very impressive, stunning. Tragic, making you feel very sad, usually because somebody has died or suffered a lot. It's a tragic event, tragic accident. Okay, awful. Okay, awful, it means very bad or unpleasant, not good. Astonishing, okay, it means very surprising. It's difficult to believe with what you have seen. Person in charge of ship or commercial. Next, to start, to be seen. Next, to continue, to live or exist. Okay, to save somebody, something from dangerous or harmful situation. Next, a jacket without arms. Okay, it's life jacket. Okay, so these are the rest of the vocabulary word. Okay, so let us extreme adjectives. Okay, wait for Okay, so we have here some adjectives are extremes, equivalents of simpler adjectives. Okay, like delicious. So we can also use mean another term for delicious, like when I say, I eat delicious cake, or the cake is very tasty. So it means it only has the same meaning. Okay, so when I say, I eat delicious cake, or when I will say, I the cake is very tasty. Or when I say disgusting, okay, very unpleasant. Oh my God, I eat in the restaurant where the food is disgusting. Or I can say the food in that restaurant is very unpleasant. Very unpleasant. Okay. Very common adjectives often have more than one extreme. Okay. Extreme equivalent. Okay. These are the very common adjectives that often have more than one extreme equivalent. So it means there are many, okay, many the same meaning, like very big. So what are the other words for extreme? Okay, I know, very big. Okay, it could be giant. Okay, we can use the word giant because of course giant is big. Enormous, massive, gigantic, immense. These are the different meaning or the synonym of giant and the synonym of very big. So when you say the word very big, so it has not only one meaning, but it has meaning. So there are more than one equivalent. Okay, so this is just equivalent that makes it simpler, just very simply. Delicious, if you don't understand that. Oh, very tasty. Disgusting, if you don't understand them. Very unpleasant. Okay, this is actually the real meaning. I mean, the real word, the adjective, but you just make it simpler for you to understand. Okay. Next here, please complete and learn this box with the adjectives below. Okay, please try. Some adjectives are extremes equivalent of simpler adjectives. Can you put it here? Okay, what do you think, Min, are the words that can make the given adjective simpler?
Fantastic is very good.
Okay. Where did you write it, Min? Sorry, Min, I put something here. Okay, where did you write it?
Fantastic is very good.
Dai. number 1. Okay, so we have very bad. Okay, very bad. Okay, awful. Okay, very good, brilliant. See the others. I will just So this one means kindly read the first paragraph of the text below. Did you choose correctly in task 1? Okay. A dream holiday turned into a nightmare for an American brother and sister called Dan and Kate Sushis. They were enjoying a fishing trip in the Caribbean near the stunning island of St. Lucia when their boat sank, leaving them under caption to fight for their lives. Okay. So what do you think mean is the title of this? A, B, or C? What do you think? So what do you think mean is the title? What do you think? Okay, is it tourist fighting trip disasters? Or how to protect sea creatures? Or what? Or fish rescue sailors? This could be
A.
okay. Letter A, tourist fishing trip disasters, because actually it's a dream holiday as it is said here, that turned into a nightmare for an American brother and sister. So it was actually stunning island of St. Lucia when their boat sank, leaving them under caption to fight for their lives. So probably they don't know how to swim, or probably the current of the water is so strong that they cannot fight for it. Okay, that's so sad. It's a tragic event. Okay. So in the reading strategy, when you do tasks with gapped sentences in a narrative text, look carefully at the sentence before each gap and think about what is likely to happen next. Okay. So we have here so much sentences A to G with the gaps 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 2 extra sentences actually. Please write the letter of your choice only.
Teacher, I'm down.
Okay. So wait for a while. Or letter A. Okay. So Min, what is your answer for this? Okay, number 1. Pick A, B, C, D until G. Okay, so I will read. A dream holiday turned into a nightmare for an American brother and sister called Dan and Kate Soski. They were enjoying a fishing trip in the Caribbean near the stunning island of St. Lucia when their boat sank, leaving them under caption to fight for their lives. The fishing trip began well enough. The weather wasn't brilliant, but Dante wasn't complaining. He had a huge fish on his line. He was trying to pull it onto the boat, and Kate was helping him. But then the captain realized there was a problem. Water was coming into the cabin, and the boat was sinking fast. The captain used his radio to send message for help. Then he shouted to the Shuskis, "Jump out! Jump out!" Then they were about 15 kilometers from land. The captain told the Shuskis to wait him in the water. Help was coming. The weather was now awful, but they were wearing life jackets. After an hour, the captain and the Shuskis lost each other, and there was no sign of rescue. They were both thinking the same terrifying thoughts. The shot. A plane and a helicopter appeared in the sky, but nobody saw Dan and Kate in the water. Hours passes and night came. The Shushki swam for 14 hours. Then in the moonlight, they saw some cliff. They were only a few meters from the land. The waves were breaking against sharp rocks. It was too dangerous. So Kate and Dan swam past the cliffs. By now, they were exhausted already. Eventually, they reached a sandy beach. Then they started to look for a town or village. On the way, they picked and ate green bananas. Dan said later that it was the worst and best food of his life. After 3 hours, they met a young farm worker. He also gave them some tragic news. The captain was lost at sea. Dan and Kate Shuskis spent a few days in the hospital. Their story appeared in the news programs around the world. And there was one final piece of astonishing news. The captain also survived. A rescue boat found him after 23 hours in the water. Okay. So what happened to Dan and Kate was very disgusting. It was actually a tragic event. So they couldn't imagine that everything is okay when all of the sudden their boat sank, and that caused them to be on that island in a cliff. Okay, so good thing there's a cliff that will have them rescued, but if not, because they were already exhausted. So that's a very sad story. Okay, so Min, we will continue this one. I will give this as your homework, and then after a while, we will have to do it tomorrow. Okay, so this will be your homework, and then I will give this tomorrow for you to answer, and we'll do review with this. Okay, so we don't have enough time, Min, so I will see you tomorrow at 9 p.m. again. Okay, okay, Min. Thank you so much for today, Min. It's nice meeting you again, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, teacher.
Okay, thank you so much.